everybody? I'm back again with another episode of That's Debatable. And you already know who it is. It's your boy, Big Meadry. You already know. You see the guns. But today, I got a special guest episode with y'all for y'all today. It's not this episode is close to my heart because they not just somebody who I know from being out. It's somebody who is near and dear to my heart, and it's the person that's my family. It's somebody I looked up to as a youngin. It's somebody that I feel like that can teach a lot of people a lot of things about life. So we're gonna just sit here and chop it up about life. I got my boy, Big Dez Boyd, coming to the couch today, y'all. Get my man a nap. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you feeling today, man?
I'm alright. You know, same shit, different toilet. You know.
I appreciate you coming on today, man. Like,
you been trying to get me. I mean, it's time now.
You stop being scared of that camera.
Yeah.
This ain't that camera you used to be in front of.
Yeah, because the only camera you've been in front of is on the football field.
Yeah,
you know
facts.
So, and you ain't in front of the camera. You playing, and it ain't even the same as this. But once it start flowing, it's on. You feel?
Nah, that's a fact, man. But I wanted to bring you on today, man, because I feel like your story need to be told, man.
Yeah, and I think my story gonna help a lot of young people.
That's
Definitely. The young athletes at that, it's gonna help y'all because Concord is really like a stuck place from Concord to Kannapolis. So yeah, I feel like giving it out there. What is called free game. You ain't gotta pay for it. You ain't gotta pay for it.
Listen, that's the most game that need to be taught is the free one.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? Because eventually we gonna make you pay for this sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like, right there, y'all go get it for free.
So don't wait for it. You
Don't
know what I'm
wait
saying?
for it.
Get it
Tell
now because in the future you're gonna have to pay for this now.
Yes, sir, man. So for the people who don't know who Dez Boyd is, man, just tell the people who you are, man.
From the beginning, you know, coming up, a fast little short guy, an athlete, a good heart person until you make me mad, and that's what's coming up in. It's a person like me. You wear your heart on your sleeve. Basically, because you was taught that. Definitely without a father, you was taught that.
Not fast.
When you raised up by your grandma, aka Meemaw, and a couple of your aunts and uncles, and no father, you have to take pieces of information from them and put it in your life.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's hard because people don't understand as men, you know what I'm saying? You learn respect from your father. And if your father not there, you have to teach yourself respect. And you know, it's kind of hard. A lot of people in my position that went through this or could go through this, I don't think they can make it. I really don't think they can make it in life.
Yeah.
Like far as keeping their head strong, not crashing out or going crazy. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, it's a struggle. And what I mean by that, a struggle is when you mess up, you stay on that mistake.
Yeah. And
I did that for years. When I messed up my first time, I stayed on that mistake like, damn, I ain't gonna make it. I'm gonna keep doing this. Keep doing this. I can't go this level. I done fucked up. I can't go this level. And where I'm at now, it's a big change, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? Financially, you're not gonna like it, because it's basically starting over, but mindset and body wise, it's a good little place.
I feel you, man. Like I understand what you're saying, but let's get into it though. Like, how was your early life growing up? Like, where you from?
I'm from the bottom, Concord, 704, Zone 134.
Listen, you gotta explain to people that, because it's gonna be people out here that they don't know what the bottom is. Like,
okay.
What's the bottom?
The bottom is the brick apartments, Lincoln Street, Lincoln Street, Salem Street, Melbourne, Melrose, Harold Goodman, Griffin Circle. That consists of the bottom. And if you from here, you know it starts from the top of Lincoln and the top of Blueberry Hill. And it's the hills go down.
Yeah.
So guess what that is?
The bottom.
The bottom. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is. The bricks are still up right now, and they've been up before my age, probably before my Mima age, and my great grandma. So I don't know the exact year, but they've been up for a long time, and it's strictly the bottom. Like, you'll know the bottom once you ride through there.
Yeah,
You'll definitely
the air
know the
down
bottom.
there different.
Yeah, it's different. Like it changed. Your nose snare up, your eyes get big, and you wondering like, damn, you know, it's different than a lot of places, and it's hard to get out of too.
Yeah,
it's not called the bottom for a reason.
What like who was you raised by growing up?
My Mima, my grandma Barbara. Some of them know about Kuda. Great woman.
How was life growing up with her? Like, what's some of the things that she instilled in you, and some of the things that some of the morals that she gave you in life?
We definitely went to church. Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. We went to church. She tried to keep us in the church, but she always taught us to have respect for your elders, regardless. Even if the elder is wrong, you still gotta have respect. You know what I'm saying? You can tell them off, but it's a way to tell them off.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But respect, and when she didn't play, you know what I'm saying? When you mess up, you're gonna get your ass whooped. She didn't play. Like, I didn't come from no bad parenting.
Yeah.
It's just the road that you took. But my Mima, like, she was a blessing. Like,
hey, keep it real though. I was sitting talking about this the other day, bro. Like, I feel like that a lot of people our age, that's like from like maybe like 29 to like 39. I feel like some of the things we grew up on was crazy, was stupid. Like, and I'm gonna say why though. Because okay, say a person, say you riding in the car with your Mimo, right? And your Mimo, say you just sitting, looking out the window, and you roll your window down. And you roll your window down because the air in your Mimo car don't work. You feel me? And your Mimo roll it back up and say, don't roll my window down. And you say, but Mimo, I can't breathe back here, it's hot. And she reach back there and smack you. Do you not think that's kind of like crazy, right?
no, cause it's crazy.
You
but,
can't breathe.
But at the same time, she's still teaching you to deal with situations.
So I'm just supposed to sit back and die.
You know you ain't gonna die.
Hey,
I mean, and my grandma, my Mima had the green van, like a green
Mercury.
Nah, it wasn't a
van.
Mercury. It was a dang, what that was, man. I want to say, was it a Ford? I don't know, but it was the green. People knew when my Mima was pulling up, cause we used to try to sneak and go where everybody was serving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we'd be out there joking, chilling around, and you'll hear that van pulling up. Whoa! and my Mima didn't curse, but when she cursed,
You know she said,
get your ass home, or we'll make you get home. You feel what I'm saying? But I think she did that before. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't play in that van. It was hot in that van. If you touch your door or window, it's on. I think she was teaching you respect at that time, or teaching us respect at that time. Like, respect people's things, regardless of what situation you in.
Yeah.
Respect it. You know what I'm saying? Even though she was hard, it's still teaching you, because you can't go to a job and do what you want to do. Nah. So everything that she taught, it play a parts now. So I mean, I think it was just a lesson.
I feel like that's what we miss. I feel like that's what a lot of people missing now. Like just that aspect of just life. Like a lot of people, life is the way it is now, and this world is out here the way it is now because a lot of people don't have respect instilled within their morals.
And you're right, because if you think about it, what's the ages of the grandmas now?
Or the grandma be about 40, about 35, 40.
You feel what I'm saying? So the mama 20, 21, 22, the grandma
35,
37, 40. How can they teach you something?
Yeah.
If we all the older grandmas not here to teach that respect. Now it's the young crowd, so it's not a lot of respect. It's more how can I put it? You gotta help me on this.
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fitness. And it's just, I think we need more people to step up and take what our older grandmas taught us and teach the younger generation.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what else it is. I think it is that, and I learned this from my two daughters' mama when I was with her, and then she broke it down to how a lot of people weren't raised off love. A lot of people were raised off survival. Like, and a lot of people have those survival instincts to kick in every situation. And in a lot of situations they shouldn't have. They should move off of love instead of survival, because those survival instincts will have you crashing out, like ready to tee up about anything.
Anything. Like a person can cough and you ready to tee up. Oh, you spit on me. You know, he covered his mouth. I ain't ready to spit on you.
If you moving off of love plays a part in compassion.
Yes.
And you have to have compassion with people in the world.
Yes.
You feel me? But like, as far as the way you grew up, like, I just felt like it was different in the bottom, bro.
It was, because think about it. I'm gonna tell you something about this young generation. Think about it. We didn't have games like that.
Nah.
We was outside. When we was outside, we was playing hide go seek, manhunt. We was active.
Yeah.
A lot of kids ain't active now. They in the house playing the game, getting heavy, and they stay in the room. Like my son, he stay in the room all day.
Yeah.
And you don't want to make them go outside, because nowadays it's like, damn, he making me get outside for what? You know what I'm saying? Because they not used to being outside.
They don't look at outside as what we looked at. Like, being in the house was a punishment for us.
That's what I'm saying. Because I don't know if your parents told you, like, I ain't had no father, but I don't know if your parents told you when them street lights come on, you better be in that house. We got our butt whooped probably every day because we didn't want to go in that house
5 times a week.
Because it was so much fun outside. Like football, shout out to Stanker, you know, he been putting together football games.
Yeah.
Davalt versus the bottom. Griffin Circle against Harold Goodman Circle. Francois too, you know what I'm saying? The field in Salem or the field in Griffin Circle, that little field. And that was the fun of it. Like, everybody was together playing. You don't have that no more.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna tell you how simple it is, bro. I'll ride through a neighborhood right now, and you won't see no bikes.
No bikes.
Like,
I don't know if you used to do this, but you know what is it? The cars,
go-karts.
Not the go-karts. You know, we couldn't afford go-karts back in the day. The battery situation.
Oh, the Power Wheels?
Power Wheels.
Yeah.
You know, when you take the wine out, when you rolling, you go down the hill, you go. Ain't nobody doing that, man.
I remember, bro. I remember, like, back in the day, like, going to Walmart and going through the bike section, bro. It wouldn't be no bikes.
It wouldn't.
In Walmart. Now, bro, it's bikes everywhere. You can go get a bike right now for like $30 out of Walmart.
$30 because the kids are so stuck.
And how did you know? How did you know where everybody was? Who house everybody was at? Them bikes.
The bikes, and candy wrappers. Candy wrappers. When you see candy wrappers, because Miss Curley used to sell the candy. When you see the little blue with a fruity, you know where they at. You know where they at.
Bro, it's different now, bro.
Man, it ain't the same, man.
Nah.
And I hate it because that's how you became an athlete coming up. By playing outside.
Throw them up, bust them up.
Throw them up, bust them up. High go seek. Because you get chased all the time. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you became an athlete. That's how our family became fast, because we stayed playing, and we like a big family as far as my cousins. When we get together, it's probably like 12 of us. We having fun outside. We didn't start playing the game until 99, Mad 99 and stuff like that, and we still got bored.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going outside, man.
I'm telling you.
This ain't it right here. You feel what I'm saying?
But now this is different though, because these kids got the they have it at their hands to where, you know, back in the day, you want to play 2 players, either you gotta have 2 controllers at your house, or your partner gotta come to your house and bring his controller and play the game.
Yeah.
Now, you can move to Kentucky and we can play the game together.
Online. That easy. And you really not meeting nobody like that. I mean, you meet people online, but you don't know that person.
But I even feel like that just from that, I feel like that back in the day, like, it was different just off the simple fact that we can all be homeboys and we'll get into an argument and get into a fight and we gonna fight each other. And we gonna be cool.
Now, my cousin, my brother, boy, we fought every day, but that made our relationship so strong now that nobody can come between us. But when I say we fought,
these kids, boy, they gonna switch you now.
Man, your brother gonna switch you. Right now, if you beat your brother in front of his friends or in front of your friends, he'll mess around and switch you
now.
Because it's pride. Pride is terrible now.
Yeah.
People can't take a loss. Like back in the day, a mug can take a loss and we'll be cool. Well, we gonna be cool. We'll be like, shit, good little spar or good little fight.
Man. At the most, you mad at somebody for about 2-3 days,
and that's it. Once the swelling, the black eye go down,
and you walk back up there to Lincoln to Logan,
yeah, it's over. It's over. I mean, even with people having long term beef, fighting each other every day, it never came to a gun situation.
Yeah.
It always ended up like people cool down. That's how it is. But it's harder now, I think, for kids now, because even when fathers teach their kids how to fight, even if they fight, 50% chance that it's gonna go worse than a fight.
Yeah, that's a fact. And you got it's to the point now where, man, the kids is just, they switching their daddies down.
Man, by the daddy saying, take the trash out, man. It's terrible.
That's crazy.
It's terrible.
But when you think about it though, bro, I don't feel like it's really no worse. I mean, of course it's worse in our eyes, but I don't feel like it's no worse because I feel like the same things was going on in different neighborhoods. It's just we got the access to see it from right in our fingertips now.
Oh,
so you know how it is though. Like things become the norm once you can create access to them.
Yeah. I mean, I respect that. That sound about right, but I mean, you say that it's the same but we can't see it.
It's different, yeah.
We can't see it as far as the internet now.
And it's like police brutality. We knew that it was dangerous that a cop can kill you.
Yeah.
But it become the norm now because why? We see it we can see it every day.
Yeah. I mean, you right about that. I can't even go against that. That is right at an all-time high. And I mean, I don't think it's the same. Like it's close. The reason I say it's not the same because with the internet back in the day, you couldn't see a lot of things happening. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of kids see stuff happening and try to. Or it ain't try to do it, but they remember that. Yeah. So when they get mad, that's what they go to. Mm-hmm. I mean, you right on that level, yeah.
Because think about it, bro. We can transition over to that, like growing up and you starting to sell drugs, right?
Yeah.
What made you want to sell drugs?
I ain't gonna lie. When you come out that door, I mean, my uncle, he was doing his thing. My cousins was doing their thing. But when you walk out the door in the bottom, that's all you see.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about people a couple years older than me. I ain't talking about the grown ones. And I knew a lot of grown ones. Even when I was coming up selling drugs, I ain't like selling with people my age.
Yeah.
I like to be around older niggas because they was wiser. They knew how to do this. And I mean, not all of them, but half of them knew what they was doing. And my uncle was already solidified as far as our neighbor. You know, I ain't gonna say no names, but our neighbor, he was getting it on. a couple people used to come with my uncle all the time, and I remember to this day, and they respect me to this day.
Yeah.
And you'll learn from them. And what made me like lock all the way in it, because when I was like 12, 13, I was dipping and dabbing with reefer. I wasn't thinking about yay or dog food. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just like, shit, smoke a little bit, sell a little reefer. But the day that I really said I'ma sell drugs is when I messed up in school. Robinson, I took a gun to school. The dumbest decision in my life. I took a gun to school and got caught with it. That messed up in my head. That messed up my life.
Yeah.
But it really didn't. I could have went to college, or I could have got my GED and kept it moving. But instead, I said, man, I'm about to get this free money, this easy money. But it's really not easy. At that time when you young and you progressing to be a man, you thinking that this the easy way. But 9 times out of 10, when you get older, you realize that it ain't what it is or how you thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
But when I made my first little $100, man, I ain't even that first $100. And it wasn't a $100 bill.
Yeah.
It was 10, 5, 10s, 20s. So the stack was like that. So I'm thinking, shit, my
about 31.
Man, I got 31s, but the you know what I'm saying? It's like this fat. So I'm like, shit, I'm about to start going crazy. And from there, I just started. It was easy access too, cause in the bottom, you know. That's where it's at. That's where the money is.
I remember being little, bro. And it's crazy because it's different now. Because you would never, well, not here. You would never see 10 niggas standing on the corner selling drugs, bro. Now. No. But I remember being in the little, because you know we stayed in the top circle.
Yeah, Griffin.
Yeah, we stayed in Griffin, all right there on Salem.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember I could go. We would get in my mama car because you know Griffin is one way in, one way out.
Yeah.
One way in, you don't see nothing over there. But when you get to the end and you
they
go
right there, the cage.
Yes, by
and
the cage.
We sitting on the rail.
Man, what?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We stayed. When you come, we started on High Street, but my grandma had the house on Salem. My aunt had the house on High Street. So it was High Street, Salem, but my mama got an apartment in Griffin Circle. Yeah. But the fence right here, we stay right here. So you can walk out my back door, they right there chilling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Making a whole bunch of money, they chilling right there. And it was, when you ain't got no father, you're not looking for a father figure, but they like a father figure. Like, and back in the day, cable wasn't all access, so you ain't get to see a whole bunch of football games. The one thing that really, our grandma tried to keep us away, she had us in AAU track. She kept us active, football, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, when you come home, and you walk out, you seeing them. You're like, damn, boy.
The one thing you can only, I guess your grandma didn't realize that you can only keep them away from it for so long because of why the access.
But I think she knew that because, I think she knew it. That's why she tried to keep us active. Yeah. And my grandma, I meet my daughter when I was 15. And that was my other parent. You feel what I'm saying? It was my mama, my Mimo, and my aunts, and my uncles. But my Mimo and my mama was my parents. I didn't have, so my uncles, I didn't have that father. Yeah. Like, boy, if you got down, I'm gonna beat your ass type shit. And young men need that. Regardless of what man say, young men need that.
No, that's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying? Because without that, they'll never know structure or they'll never know respect. They think they can talk to any man how they want to, and that's not right. You need that man to be like, all right, boy, you don't play with me. Yeah. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right. And I think a lot of young boys don't have that in this generation.
And they having kids, and they raising their kids the same way.
The same way. Yeah. So it's gonna repeat. It's gonna keep repeating it unless a lot of us step up. And I don't mean one state or one city. It got to be the whole world. Yeah. And you see on the internet now, like a man to say, oh, yeah, if my son do this, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna beat him, or Then you got another half saying, well, if you beat him, you gonna traumatize him. How you gonna traumatize this young man? You ain't punching him.
But you know that other side ain't really men though. Like
they dying.
Other side is women.
It's
women that's sitting saying like, oh, you not about to beat my son, or you too hard on my son, or something like that. I feel like, not saying that women are the cause of the way kids are now.
They not.
But I feel like they played a big part in it when it comes to the structure of the household, because I feel like they chose government assistance and government access for a father in the house.
Yeah, because if you think about it, when I hear the saying, when women say, my son don't need you, to a man, now I understand
crazy work.
I understand a daughter, but a daughter need a man too.
Yeah.
But when it don't hurt, but it irks my nerve when a woman say, my son don't need you anyway. How can you say that? How can you teach this man how to hold his dick?
Because but I feel like it's women they know they have that out in the back of their mind. They have that scapegoat. Like, oh, if he don't want to take care of his kid, I can go get child support. I can go get a government assistant. I can go get government assistance. I can go get me an apartment because I got kids and I can't take care of them. Mm-hmm. They have that. What is it called? That
leverage.
They have that leverage, and on top of that, they have that backbone that they can sit on, because they know they have that back here. If this man don't act right, mm-hmm. or if she feels like that she don't want this relationship no more, and she get mad at him at any point, she can say, "This my kid." Yeah. And that's their favorite line right there.
That's the best line.
This
ever.
My baby. Mm-hmm. Like, once she said this my baby, all right, let her have her baby then.
Yeah, and I think I seen a post and it said most fathers don't want to deal with a woman that say that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And this
is what I feel like. Most fathers, it's not that they don't want to deal with their kids, they don't want to deal with you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the kid, I'm saying the female. Like, I went through a lot with my first son. Mm-hmm. But one thing I can say about her is she never took him away from me. Mm-hmm. But she gonna crash out. I didn't want to deal with her no more in a relationship. So it made it like, that's what a lot of females hate too. When you don't want to deal with them in a relationship and you move on, they try to take that away from you. Yeah. And it's crazy because most men don't want to deal with a relationship, not because he want to be a hoe or not because he want to fuck with another woman. It's because that woman is not being his peace. Mm-hmm. How can you come home if you work, if you grind, whatever the third? How can you come home to something like that and you already going through it at work, or you are going through it through the streets? Because
just when you leave a house,
yeah, you already going through it. So why, if I can't come home and be like, damn, man, I had a hard day at work. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, baby, you okay? You want me to cook you something? Nah, when I came up, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. Like a woman, I think before our generation it was like that. Mm-hmm. It stopped at our generation.
I think it stopped at the generation before ours. Because I feel like we were raised by a lot of single mothers that installed a lot of. Damn, you right. That installed a lot of the way that women think now. Mm-hmm. Not all women. Let's get this clear. I am not talking about all women, but if the shoe fits and you feel some type of way about what we saying, you are the problem.
You are the problem.
But I feel like it started with the generation before ours, that the women was like, because that's when really the government assistance, once the crack epidemic happened, yeah, and they locked up, like Reaganomics happened, and they locked up all of the fathers they installed where they took all of the fathers out of the homes, mm-hmm. gave these women government assistance, government housing, government jobs and stuff like that help take care of their children. They removed all of the men out the home and sent a lot of the men to prison. Yeah. And so once those men get put out of prison, now we can start installing the things into you that we need you to install into your children.
And that's right, because maybe the government did have a lot to do with that. It was a ploy. Because if you take the father away from the the son, daughter, whatever, and the third, now they ain't got no extra parent. Because one parent can't do it by themselves.
Nah, they can, but it's not healthy.
It's not, there we go. It's not healthy. One parent, listen to me, y'all. And I'm not saying you got to be with the other parent, but one parent is very, very hard to do. Like, stop it. Like for real. Let that other man, or even with men, if you doing it, let that other woman help. If it's just dropping them off for a day or dropping them off for a weekend, man, we gotta step it up or we gonna lose, man.
I ain't gonna say which one, because I got multiple, but one of my baby mama tried that. You can't see your kid. Yeah, I'm not going for that. I was about to burn her house down. Like,
shit, I'm going through it now. I don't like talking about it because I don't like talking about no person why they ain't here, but like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy because I know I'm a good father. My daughter know I'm a good father. And what I'm going through is just like, wow. And it's so wow, I don't even want to call. I don't even call to ask for it because I already know the answer.
Yeah.
And I have to talk to her through a brother or a friend. Like, when she come around, they call me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, daddy, I love you.
That ain't that bad, bro. I'll take that over one of my situations. I got a daughter that's 9. I haven't seen my daughter since she was 1.
Yeah, you going through it worse.
But this the thing though. I did everything I was supposed to, filed the right paperwork and everything. Bro, she put me on child support and left and moved to New York. Changed the number, changed everything. Her brother got into it, and that's the only time that I actually find out information on my daughter. Her brother got into it. Her brother called me, hey bro, I think it's wrong that you don't see your kid. I think you could go to address. So I will send presents, send birthday stuff, try to get in touch with her. She don't answer the phone. So come to find out, she ended up getting married to this dude in the military, and she moved. He got stationed in Kuwait, or I think it was Kuwait or Italy or somewhere. Took my daughter overseas. Mind you, she put me on child support when she left. Bro, tell me why, when I filed the paperwork for them to serve her to come to court for custody, there's no pressure on. They're not putting no pressure on her, bro.
So you telling me they won't put pressure on you trying to get custody,
but they will lock my ass up for child
support.
Bro, I got locked up one time for $100 in back child support.
This shit is crazy, man.
It's sick, ain't
it? It's crazy. Like, the government, man. Like, y'all play a big part in this shit, man, because for you to, I done seen a motherfucker go to jail for a long time because of child support.
Bro, it's a game that I don't feel like that a lot of women really realize the damage that they do to a man once they put that man in the middle. Because I feel like that's something that I feel like that's something as a man that's going through it and done went through it. I feel like that's something that once you do that, my relationship and my whole look at you, thought of you, changes.
It changes bad, and that's the situation I'm in now. It's so crazy. I don't even want to send money, presents to my daughter because of that, and it hurts me so bad to wake up every day. Because I had my daughter since my daughter was an infant to 4 years old. I had my daughter. No help. I didn't ask for help. Like, I didn't want help, but it just to be like, what you need, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, and it hurts so bad that I can't get her because I don't know what our reason. That's where it hurt at, because I know what I did for 4 years, and I don't fault you for it. I don't talk bad about you for it. It's just I'm supposed to get the same exact thing as.
Nah, you'll never do that. But that's just because of the situation that child support and the power that they feel like that they have with it.
Yeah. But so what you think if we'll let that go. I was about to say, I don't know how true it is because I get bits and pieces of it. So what if Donald Trump take all this from them?
Well, I feel like that if you really think about it, bro, And women, I'm gonna be honest, women are up right now, bro.
Oh yeah, I ain't with the rapping.
Women
or
are
all
up.
that.
It's just not even with rapping. I'm talking about just in corporate America. Women are up right now, and it's to the point to where like women are so up that's how you finding women in their 40s with 2-3 kids, but she making $120,000, $130,000, $150,000 a year, and she's not. I mean, she might be getting if her nigga was up. Well, my bad. If her man was up and he making 80 to 90, she might be getting $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 in child support. But at the same time, like she got a job that's paying her $150,000. So in her mind, she doesn't need a man. She's replaced the man in her life with work.
But what percentages you aiming at with that when you say women?
I mean,
are
that's
up?
probably the top 1% of America. But the other 99, I mean, if he do away with government assistance in a whole, which he can't, when you really sit and think about it. But if there was a point to where they did, I feel like it's just for black people. And I can only speak on black people because I'm black and I don't know what other races go through. But just speaking on black people, I feel like black people, I don't feel like it'll be no really change, because one thing I know about a lot of black people, we gonna figure something out.
We gonna figure it out.
And that's what it all comes down to. People just gonna have to figure it out, bro. You feel me? But let's get into like where the downside of drugs. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this. A lot of people will sit and glorify the drug game, and they won't tell you about them bad parts of it and the things that can happen with you out here selling drugs. So can you tell me about like how you ended up going to prison from selling drugs?
So with selling drugs, like in our city, I'm speaking about our city.
Snitch County.
You got snitching. But you got cops that are pick and choose who they want to be locked up. And what I mean by that, you're going to find a cop in the bushes, sending informants, and some informants is people you know, like you really fuck with or you've been dealing with for a long time, and they get caught with a rock and they don't want to go to jail, so they set you up. It don't go hard. Well, I ain't gonna say that because there's one cop going hard and everybody know who he is, young cop, and he going crazy. But back in the day, we went through it worse with the cops because we didn't take no shit. Before people started talking about private property and all that shit, we didn't play with the cops. When they pulled up and they wanted to be all big dog shit, me and my brother, we talking shit because we know the law. Well, we knew the law, and we didn't play with them. But with selling drugs, a lot of people not gonna say getting locked up. 9 times out of 10, the people that say they real, oh, I'm gangster, I'm all this, and when they get in prison, they ain't all that. So you got prison. And what I mean by the flaws of selling drugs, like me personally, I can do the time. I can do the time, but can your kids do the time? When you gone for 5 years, 10 years, can they do the time? Like, definitely if you guys, I got a 15-year-old, so if I was still selling drugs and I get caught, and say I do 10 years, when I come out, he'll be 25.
Grown man.
He gonna be a grown man, and the decisions that he wanted to, or he made, you could have steered him or made him make a better choice. And I feel like a lot of people don't look at that at that time. It's hard because, like, I had a case one time where somebody overdosed, and I put this on everything. I didn't know these people. My last charge, I didn't serve this people, but I had so much of a bad rep that they wanted me locked up. So I was in a bad situation. I had to take a plea. But I was facing 15 years for that situation. And I like, it's over now. So if I did it, I say, oh, I did it. And this is what I mean by the problems with selling drugs. If they want you, they gonna get you. Even me paying a lawyer, they still was saying, my lawyer was saying, I don't know if he was I think he was a bad lawyer too. But right when we were supposed to take it to trial, he said, man, if you don't take this plea, I don't think I can beat it. Which the plea was not, see, that's what I'm saying. The plea was not but probation, because I had prolonged it for 2 to 3 years. He said, right there when we were supposed to go to trial, he said, I think you need to take this plea. It's probation. I don't think I can beat it. Bruh, what you mean? If this probation, that means it's B. I'm facing 15 years. How is it not B? I just took the plea because I was tired. You know what I'm saying? I was tired. I kept going to court for 3 years and I was tired. So I just took the plea. But if the cops, selling drugs, man, I mean, it's not easy as what people think it is. People can say that, but it ain't easy. Now, definitely now, you don't got plugs like you used to. You know, you got a Mexican plug here, you got a Mexican plug here, you got a middleman. He the plug, but he the middleman, but he the plug. Yeah. You don't got that no more. You don't got that no more. Everybody think they a plug and they not. Like,
I feel like drug dealers just not as honorable now, bro. Like, not saying that they not saying that I'm not trying to glorify it, but
they not going to jail because
I remember being younger and the drug dealers would buy school clothes for kids. They'll have cookouts for the community. They'll do stuff like that. Now, like, it's, I don't know.
They for themselves. And what I mean by that,
be on the internet.
Yeah. And what I mean by for themselves is, I feel like if you make money in this circle or you make money in this street, you should be able to do something for somebody. Like back in the day when we served, like I said, respect. I'm going to this elderly lady house. You want me to take your trash out, or did you eat today, or you want something to eat? And I go here. You know what I'm saying? I would go to different houses so they wouldn't feel uncomfortable. You feel what I'm saying? Do you want me to get somebody to cut your grass? You know what I'm saying? Situation like that. And a lot of them do it.
I remember back in the day, bro, I ain't gonna say no names because I'm not trying to put no charges on nobody, but I remember back in the day when one time it was a particular drug dealer. He had came and talked to a lot of the single mothers in our neighborhood when I was younger. But this nigga ended up going to pay off everybody's layaway. He paid off all of the mothers' layaways in our neighborhood, bro. And it's like, bro,
you'll never get that. Only way you'll get that if people looking for clout or people looking for views.
Yeah,
it's not from here. And I feel like if you came up in a neighborhood and you was doing what you was doing, it should always come from here, not this.
Yeah.
And that's the difference now. Like, it's crazy. Definitely with the young men that's in from 25 to 30 something. You supposed to do that. That your blessing's gonna come, regardless of what you're doing in the street. Yeah. When you do stuff like that, your blessing's gonna keep raising. It might not happen at that point, but later on, it's gonna happen. It's gonna come.
Facts. It's gonna come. I can just tell you that off rip because I ain't trying to get no clout off of it, and a lot of y'all won't even know what I'm talking about because I don't record it and put it on the internet. But every year I do a back to school drive for kids. Every Christmas I get a family and get them presents. But you would probably never know that because I don't post. I don't do it for clout. I remember times when my mama didn't have all that because my mama is as a single mother. My mama raising me, my sister, and my 3 cousins. On the salary that she was making. Like, come on, bro, that's impossible.
It is.
You feel me? So it's like, man, it's just different now. But as we transition to this next segment, I wanted to talk to you about like, I see you playing football, bro.
we both on if we ain't on the same team, we still bullshitting together. But
what's your motivation to keep playing, man?
Oh man, knowledge. I don't play for me no more. I don't play for no ring. That don't excite me. What excites me is when I tell this person, not like tell him to do something, but I give him this knowledge and he do it, he make a touchdown or he make a tackle, and that makes my heart like, damn, I want to play some more. 'Cause I'm supposed to been retired. I'm 36, about to be 37.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I can't do it, but when you play a game on Saturday and when you go to work Monday, I'm walking.
They be hurting.
They be hurting. You hear me? You feel what I'm saying?
They be hurting.
It's that and the passion for what my brother got going on. And a lot of people ask me, why you don't play for another team or a better team? Why? Why would I do that? I'm trying to build this for him. Mm-hmm. And if I go out there and at least give it 80 to 100%, every time I make a touchdown, or I feel proud of him. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I know that I'm a I player or a great player, whatever in the third. But when I see him smile when we win, that makes my heart want to play some more. Yeah. Cause I know that we making the Ducks or A&DP Ducks look good, and it's for the community too. A lot of young people now I think from Congo Kannapolis is the best athletes in North Carolina.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. I had this same debate with somebody else, and when I said that, they said I was tripping.
You're not tripping. And I mean, everybody got an opinion. Mm-hmm. So everything's not facts, but everybody got an opinion. My strong opinion is the best athletes came out of North Carolina that didn't make it. Some made it, some didn't. Mm-hmm. But the best athletes are in North Carolina, Concord, Kannapolis. Yeah. And you can take it and run with it. You can say, fuck me for it. But if you pay attention to our timeline, even me, I was a bad motherfucker in high school. Yeah. From when I was with the Little Spiders all the way to high school, I was a bad motherfucker. Yeah. Regardless of what anybody out there say, I know what I was. Mm-hmm. I know what I accomplished from in high school. I didn't finish school, but from JV to my second game on varsity, I was bad. I was averaging 160 yards rushing a game, probably 2 touchdowns.
That's crazy work.
You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like I was supposed to be in the NFL. And when you look at the players beside you, they supposed to be in the NFL.
I be feeling the same way. That I feel like I should have been in the league, bro.
Now I ain't saying that. In my eyes, I'm saying Concord, Kannapolis, but the whole North Carolina has the best athletes in the whole. I ain't gonna say the whole world, but I'm gonna say we 50% the best athletes, but we make choices. Our mindset down here, our mindset is we don't got nothing else.
I feel like Concord, Kannapolis is just like they can take how they what. I'm gonna just say it because a lot of y'all don't like me anyway already. But I'm gonna just say I feel like Kannapolis and Concord is a crab in a barrel town that is people that can get out, that get stuck here because of the environment that they around.
And stuck, comfortable. They comfortable with waking up making a couple dollars, or they comfortable with going to work making a couple dollars
and having that popularity. He used to be this or used to be that.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what I mean by the how I messed up in high school. I got stuck. Mm-hmm. I felt like wasn't nothing else for me. That's it. I can't do nothing else. You feel what I'm saying? And that's not it, man. It's not it. Cause once you get stuck, you stuck.
Yeah. Especially in a town like this.
Yeah, because ain't nobody gonna be right there and say, "What the fuck? What you doing?"
Nah.
Like, come on, man. Get on the way. Like I told my son, I said, man, after high school, you're not going to no college in North Carolina. You getting on a plane. You going away from here because it's more to see. Yeah. It's way more to see than this. You need to go see it, and if you don't like it, I understand, but go see it first.
It's just like anybody that asks me, and if you ask anybody, they'll tell you. Like, and if when somebody move away from here, and I'm talking to them on like Facebook Messenger or something, and they be like, "Bro, I miss being back home." Nah, bro, no, don't miss it. Nothing.
No,
bro. There's nothing here, bro. If anybody you can get out and stay away. Come back and visit, but don't stay too long.
Please,
because these towns will really have you, especially small towns and that's around the world. A lot of people have small town syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't see nothing outside of their city, or they can't see nobody being bigger than them because both of y'all from the same small town. So when somebody make it out, they first thing, a lot of black people first thing is the hate instead of understanding.
You right.
Because one thing I learned with just doing this comedy thing and just having I stopped focusing on the support that I don't got. Mm-hmm. And I stopped chasing the support from these two little small towns. Mm-hmm. I can go out here and get support from other places, bro. It's bigger than your city. And a lot of people don't be realizing that, bro. You ain't gotta focus on your city, bro.
You right about that.
Your little town and your city, wherever you at, is way bigger. It's a huge world out there, bro. And you gonna get the most hate from your city.
Yeah.
But once you pop, your city gonna swear they love you.
Yeah.
But you gotta remember that, bro. Listen, I remember when I was first coming up and wasn't nobody goddamn he just such and such. My nephew way better than that or something like that. Like, bro, you just gotta start to focus on the support that you do have and just grow that. Because there's no reason that them football games shouldn't be packed.
It's supposed to be packed to the fullest. Even with Stanker football team, if you pay attention, and I'm not trying to disrespect nobody and I'm not trying to talk about nobody, but when you see people that's from the city play for another team and ain't gave us a chance yet, it's crazy. Cause with y'all talent, with y'all knowledge, y'all can make this team way better than it is. And we are good. We not the best, and we gonna get there, but we not good because we missing pieces.
I wouldn't say we ain't good. I feel like one thing about our team, no matter what, bro, you gonna have a fight with us.
You gonna fight. Only game that we got killed
was when we played the Predators.
When we played the Predators, the first game.
They whooped us bad.
But that was our first game. They whooped us to death, but we didn't stop. Mm-hmm. And I think by us not stopping, that made us into what they say, scrappy team or fighting team. I feel like the support is crazy. It's dumb because this man is putting his heart and soul, and I know he putting his heart and soul because I get a conversation after every game. I'm getting that. Definitely, if we lose, we gonna stay on the phone about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, definitely the last semi-final game, we always lose by 2 points.
Yeah.
It's because we missing pieces, and the pieces that we missing could be the ones that supposed to be on our team. Like, I don't get it. Y'all from the city and y'all go play y'all heart out over here, but ain't gave us a chance. Is what they say, diabolical. Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I don't understand it either, bro. I just feel like that, like little small towns like this could really pop if people came together and they stop. They stop with they gotta let this. They gotta people. I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro, and it's just some real shit. Mm-hmm. A lot of people peaked in high school, bro. Mm-hmm. A lot of people peaked in high school, and they holding on to that popularity. And the people who wasn't popular or whatever you want to call it, they still worship these same people because that's who they looked up to. And a lot of people just gotta let that go, bro.
Damn.
You feel me? And just learn to support everybody, bro.
I mean, you hit it on the head. You even hit it on the head when you said, I think it was stuck, when you get stuck.
Yeah.
Bro, that's me. I got stuck down here. I got comfortable. All that. When you were saying that, like, and it was hit that's why I kept trying to say it. Man, I was that same person. Yeah. I am the living testament of being stuck in Concord. I felt like I'm straight here, I'm popular, and I'm okay with this. Well, I could have went to another city and did the same thing. Mm-hmm. Well, I could have went to another state and did the same thing. Because if you're popular here, you're gonna be popular here because people love you. They love your energy. They love your walk. Mm-hmm. But you so stuck on, I ain't going nowhere. I love this shit, or I love the clout, or I love it. Like, and you don't look past it. Once you stuck there, you don't like, damn, can I go farther? You ain't asking yourself that. And like you said, a man ain't gonna, or a woman ain't gonna tell you, get away from here, because they hate it. Damn, this nigga pop, why he popping?
They want you to be stuck here.
What is he doing?
It's just like the drug game. That's why a lot of niggas tell it. Because they don't. Like, I know people, and I'ma just be, we can talk about it, I'm gonna be real. I know people that told that ain't have no charges. They told because they didn't like seeing that person doing their thing.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And like, I don't see how y'all let the police trick y'all into telling people, because I feel like if that man went, like, it's crazy when that man went with you and you got caught. That man went with you, but they call you in there and you say, well, I got somebody for you. That is crazy.
No, you want me to tell you, that is crazy.
That is crazy.
You want me to tell you what's even crazier? I don't understand how niggas is snitching and still going to jail.
That's dumb. That's dumb.
If I tell it, I'm not telling unless I got full immunity, bro. Like, what's the point of telling if you still going to jail?
I don't get how you telling it, because it's a job when you tell it. In my eyes, when you tell it, that's a job. Yeah. Because some people got to put the wire on, like, and go in there and talk, you know what I'm saying, get some shit out.
Like, never mind.
How you not getting paid for doing that?
I don't know.
It don't make sense. You're not getting nothing out of that except for being out. But when you out, if you watch some people that told it, they get caught the next month or two, week. And you gotta go to jail. So you just told it for no reason.
No, but they get into that. They get into that. What's the name, to where they gonna keep telling. Like, that's how, and that's how. That's how they become paid informants, bro.
Man,
they tell that one time. Man. They tell that one time. And then it just be, they keep telling. Just like people got mad at me for saying something that somebody said on some statements. I didn't tell on them. I didn't tell. I just said what the statement said. What are y'all mad at me for? Oh, it's the delivery. No, it ain't. It ain't delivery. It's because of me.
It's no such thing as delivery. If he did say that, or if he did tell it, he told it.
Right.
That's what it is.
I thought it was funny.
I mean, but like, for people to be like, oh, that's crazy, it's not crazy, because what's crazy is the person that like, never mind, I'm gonna let it go though. But like, it's crazy though. It's really crazy how situations is. Like, nobody should be getting mad about that.
Man, listen, I've come to the conclusion, bro. It's not what you say, it's who said it. That's what in my cases.
So you think if somebody else said it, they wouldn't be doing that?
No, the person who posted the statements, and I read them, and I just posted it because I thought that part was funny. They ain't saying nothing to that man about
the people that probably posted probably told it too. Yeah, and people don't know about. But the way Concord and Kannapolis is, man, it's wild how they handle business.
Yeah, it is. Because I done seen them throw parties for snitches when niggas come home. And I was at the party. Hey, get money, big snitch. Tell me, mama. Hey, listen. One thing about Mitri, I'm going to go support. Even if you don't support me, I'm still going to support just off of the love. It's just like, it's just a genuine person to me, bro. But what is it that you want to, what's the one thing that you want to accomplish in life before you leave, bro?
Before I leave this world? I want my kids to be straight. I don't care about me no more.
Yeah.
I mean, I care about me. Not saying I want to off myself. No. Yeah. It's not about me.
You focus on the generational wealth.
I want the generation to be better than what we are, or what we was, or what I was. I want them to be better. It's not about me no more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting at the age now where I'm really like, I'm not comfortable financially, but I know it's a blessing. Like, I feel a blessing coming, so I'm not stressing.
Yeah.
And I'm going, everybody go through stuff. Definitely working. When you transition from streets to working, it's a different situation. It's harder to work than sell drugs. And people are scared of that. And I didn't know that. I didn't know how hard it was. Yeah. It's hard to save money, because definitely if you're getting paid every 2 weeks, it's hard to sell, save money. It's hard to take care of a lot of shit. But I don't stress because I got a roof over my head. My kids can eat whenever they want to. My girl's straight. My kid, like, if I call my family or if I call a family or a friend, if I need to borrow something, they gonna let me borrow it because of how much work I put in the streets and how much respect I had in the streets. So it's like it's not even about me no more. I really like, one thing I do want to accomplish is a little league team. That's the main thing I want to accomplish.
The little Yodas?
Yeah, little Yodas. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a great coach at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of knowledge to give out to kids as far as on that field and off the field. Because I don't just coach for being on that field. Mm-hmm. I coach from being off the field. Yeah. And that helps these kids. Like, when we came up, they didn't coach us about situations in the street. Mm-hmm. They coached us how to make touchdowns, how to be fast, how to do all that.
You want to coach to make men, like little kids, better men.
Better men, because if we don't get them right, where our future gonna be at? Yeah. Our future gonna be messed up. It's gonna be out of control because right now a lot of young niggas is only praising switches, pills, smoking all day. Which ain't nothing wrong with smoking. I smoke too, but it's a way to smoke. You don't have to smoke every goddamn second.
Man, I got invited you on the podcast. You ain't bring me no present or no. You ain't bring me no little 3-5 or nothing.
I mean, I got something for you, but we can't smoke.
We talk off camera.
You feel what I'm saying? But like I don't like smoking ain't bad. Is what's going on with smoking? With all those chemicals and all that shit. It's just we gotta teach them how and when. Yeah. You don't have to smoke every goddamn day, cause how can you get? Like, I used to take pills, and I'm talking about a lot. Yeah. You can't get no higher. It's no higher you can get. Only thing you doing is filling your stomach up.
That's why I don't understand, bro. I ain't gonna lie, and this is just me. It might just be because I'm old. I was raised by old school people, and I remember like the good days. Like, I remember them brick pack ridges with the seeds, and then you gotta pick the seeds.
You gotta pick the seed. That was right.
I remember that. Like, I remember them days, and I remember being shell off that Reggie, bro. Man. Like, now, boy, they smoking, and we used to smoke little small
blunts.
The
blunts be that big.
How?
Man.
Why?
Shit, I can't tell you, cause I don't. If a motherfucker roll up a backwood, I don't want to hit it. I don't give a fuck if y'all don't like me for saying that.
I don't think they smoking. I don't think they coughing from the weed being good. I don't think they coughing from all that smoke from that big ass blunt.
They is, and with the weed now, we don't know what chemicals on that weed now.
People definitely on fentanyl now.
You feel what I'm saying? Cause you're not getting it from in North Carolina. You're not getting it from a dispensary, and people can say, "Oh yeah, I just came from California." We don't, man. You put it in that pack. Man, we don't know what you got going on, man.
You gotta tell me. I know the game,
you
bro.
Feel what I'm saying?
Bro. At one point, I was doing my thing with the bud, and I got me a heat press. I bought a whole bunch of baggies, and I would press the baggies down, and it looked like I had got them shipped, or they came already pre-sealed. I was pre-sealing them myself. If you know, you know.
Yeah, everybody doing that. Not everybody, my bad, but some of y'all doing that. And I just, when you said, what's your plans for the future? That's what it is. And like I told you, anytime you want me to come on here, I don't mind. Like, there's so much knowledge in our head. Mm-hmm. And they need it. Yeah. I need to get it out. You definitely need to get it out. Mm-hmm. Because if you hold on to that knowledge, you're going to die with it. Yeah. You don't need to. And one thing I want to say is to y'all older cats, you're not old enough to take knowledge from a young person. Mm-hmm. You got some young people wiser than the older people. Or some people that know stuff that you need to know. Don't be sitting there all stubborn and so much pride that you can't accept knowledge. Yeah. Knowledge is the key. If y'all got knowledge and you got knowledge, you tell me something I don't know, bro, I'm happy than a motherfucker. Oh, and if I tell you something, I hope you be happy with it too. If you can tweak my knowledge, if I tell you something and you know something and you can tweak it, I will respectfully accept it. I won't say you wrong or right, because everybody got an opinion. We don't know if it's facts. How we know if it's facts? Even the stuff we get now, how we know if it's facts? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, y'all older cats, like, accept some knowledge. It's good to accept knowledge. Everybody don't know everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, man. So man, listen, we gonna end on that. I wanna thank Big Dez. I wanna thank Yoda for coming on here, being my guest host for the day. Y'all definitely are gonna see him in the future, man. Definitely gonna see him in the future, y'all. Remember, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and y'all make sure y'all come to the page over and over again, and y'all run me up one time. This has been That's Debatable with Big Mitri, sponsored by Falls Jewelers in Kannapolis. You can go to Falls Jewelers and get all of your jewelry needs in Kannapolis. They got watches, chains, pendants, and all at a discount good rate going on this month. So if you go to Falls Jewelers, tell them Big Mitri sent you. They'll make sure they give you a 10% off for this month. Also, I want to thank one of my sponsors, GameZ, for setting this my whole podcast up and giving me the opportunity to be able to bring my vision for my podcast out to the world for y'all. And I want to thank y'all. Y'all make sure y'all visit GameZ at 11855 North Tryon Street. I think if I'm not mistaken, y'all come there. They got all of your gaming needs: PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch. They even got a flight simulator, driving simulator. Bro, he even has a streaming room for the kids who want to be on Twitch. So you can come there. It's the summertime. Y'all kids come get out the streets and y'all come play some games over here at Games in University, man. But that's my name, Big Mitri, and this has been That's Debatable with Big Mitri. Thank y'all, man.